Nearly mugged at 4 a.m. by a dude on a kid's pink bike while trying to get McNuggets. Right, so picture this, it's about 4 in the morning. One of those cold, damp London weekdays where the air feels heavy and clings to you. I'd fallen down a video game rabbit hole, surfaced hours later, and realized to things one, it was obscenely late, and two, I'd completely forgotten to eat dinner. A quick, desperate scan of the kitchen confirmed the worst: nothing. Damn it! My only hope was the 24-hour McDonald's down the road. It's maybe a 10-minute walk, mostly through quiet suburban streets that feel almost unnervingly still at that hour. Coat on, I headed out into the pre-dawn gloom. Habit took over, and I immediately stuck my earphones in, scrolling through my phone to catch up on the messages and notifications I'd blissfully ignored for the past several hours. In hindsight, I know exactly how that looks: headphones in, face lit by a phone screen, completely oblivious to the world at 4 a.m. Prime target material, basically. I was about halfway there when I registered movement just behind me. I glanced back. There was a guy, swallowed by an oversized hoodie, riding a bicycle. Except ... it wasn't a normal bike. It was painfully, obviously, a child's pink bicycle. The tiny frame looked ridiculous underneath him. He wasn't going anywhere specific, just doing slow, wide loops on the empty street, always ending up slightly behind me. Now, I've lived in London for about 3 years. You see weird stuff. It's part of the background noise. My default programming kicked in: head down, keep walking, don't make eye contact, he'll get bored. Standard operating procedure for navigating the city's low-level strangeness. But then he wasn't behind me anymore. He smoothly cycled up right alongside me, matching my pace. The ignore it strategy suddenly felt very thin. He was muttering something. It was clear he wanted my attention. Reluctantly, I pulled out one earbud, still walking, trying for casual indifference. My automatic defense mechanism fired off before I even properly heard him: "I'm sorry, I don't have any change." That's when I made the mistake of actually looking at him. He wasn't asking for change. His eyes locked onto mine, and there was a hard, focused intensity there that immediately set off alarm bells. My gaze flickered down. His right hand was shoved deep into the front pocket of his hoodie, pushing the fabric outwards. Oh, it wasn't a slow dawning realization, more like a sudden plunge into ice water. The casual weirdness evaporated, replaced by cold, sharp-edged fear. That's when I properly registered his words, spoken low but clear: "Give me your phone." My feet kept moving, seemingly on autopilot, but the rest of me felt frozen. My brain felt like it was buffering, trying to process the demand against the very real possibility of what was in that pocket. Is he bluffing? Is that a knife? Is this phone I literally just got and definitely can't afford to replace, worth getting stabbed over? The mental calculus was frantic and terrifying. We were still moving forward, side by side in this bizarre, terrifying mobile standoff. Me staring straight ahead, hyper-aware of him beside me, my mind racing. And then, a sound. The distinct rumble of a car engine growing louder. Headlights swept across the end of the street, illuminating the junction just yards ahead. A brief moment of blinding light. I shot a look back at the guy on the tiny pink bike. The thought flashed: run. Make a break for the car, for the light. But before the thought could even translate into action, he abruptly swerved. He pushed off hard on the tiny pedals, cycling rapidly away down the street, disappearing back into the shadows as quickly as he'd appeared. I stood there for a second, heart hammering against my ribs. Then the next thought hit me: shit, I still have to walk home. Needless to say, the McDonald's craving vanished instantly. On the way back, the headphones stayed off, and my phone stayed deep in my pocket, clutched in my hand. I also gave the quiet suburban streets a wide berth. Instead, I took the long way round, sticking to the main road. It's noisy, choked with fumes even at this hour, and the pavement is basically a narrow, neglected strip inches from speeding traffic. It felt horrible, but infinitely safer. The constant stream of headlights, the drone of engines, it was unpleasant, but it was presence, company of a sort. Thankfully, the rest of the walk was uneventful. No more unexpected cyclists emerged from the dark. But yeah, guy on a tiny pink bike, 4 a.m., demanding my phone. Let's definitely not meet again.